We've got Tequila Tromba, VP of Business Development, Katy O'Donnell here joining us. Katy, you want to give us a quick rundown, a little bit about who you are, and maybe turn your camera back on, and what you're
Is my
involved
camera off?
with? What's
Yeah,
up?
it turned off. You might have accidentally clicked something.
I think she got very
Oh,
excited.
it is.
There we go.
Is that better? Okay, yeah, a pop-up came up. There we go.
All good. Do you want to just give us a quick hello, what your involvement with the brand, a little intro, and then we'll ask you a ton of questions after.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, my name's Katy O'Donnell, and I am VP of Brand Development for Tequila Tromba. I've been with the brand for 2 years now, but I've been a fan and friend and family member of the brand for much longer, and we love it. My background is I started out in this industry in hospitality. I was a hostess turned server turned bartender, came into the liquor sales industry, and always wanted to work in agave spirits. It's been just a driving force in my career in general, and the passion that I have behind it and sharing and showcasing really beautiful agave spirits and educating people about the beautiful world that is 100% agave tequila. And I've been really, really happy to be a part of the brand. So I'm so proud of this brand myself and also of my career to get here. So it's very fitting that we're all together, especially in March, to talk about, how we get to these places and how we get to represent such amazing products and really cool stuff. I'm originally from Massachusetts. Oh yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna follow that because I obviously like we have to intro ourselves, but that was an amazing intro. So
Okay, perfect.
I'm also Melissa. I'm the Tequila Encyclopedia, and I'm here with Heidi, La Tequila Mamacita. I'm right outside New York City. Heidi's right outside Nashville. Katy, where are you?
I'm in Long Beach, California.
Long Beach, California. Okay, well, we do two things to start every show. Thing number one is this thing we like to call Smile Like an Asshole. It's from our Instagram days where we couldn't get everyone smiling at the same time. And so we would just say, I'm going to count to 10, and you hold up a bottle and you smile for 10 seconds straight. So we keep the tradition alive for no reason. So if you got a bottle, hold it, and I'm going to count to 10, just smile.
I'm going to pick up my favorite bottle we have right now.
I've always wondered, like, what would an asshole smile like? Like,
my dad used to say that, like when someone would cut him off on the highway, he would say, instead of being mean, instead of like flicking them off, smile. It makes them more upset. And I was like, thanks, Dad.
that's true.
Anyway, okay, everyone ready? Estamos listos?
Listos.
Ready, steady. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, thing number two, we always do that rhymed too, is we say what we're drinking and who we're cheersing to. So we never make our guests go first. Heidi, I don't know who went first last week.
I think I did, so you go.
Oh, you want me to go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I am going to cheers to my friend who turned 40 over this weekend. That doesn't mean I'm 40. I'm not yet. And we went to Canada to celebrate her and her birthday. So cheers to Alina, turning 40. Doesn't look a day over 39. And I am drinking Tromba Añejo, which is pretty cool. The other thing that was really cool about this weekend was, so we rented an Airbnb in Canada, but it was like 17 people.
Oh my God.
I want to know how many people on this earth know 17 people that would travel internationally for them for 5 days for their birthday. Like, I'm trying to coordinate, my birthday's on Sunday, and I'm trying to coordinate like my brother, and that's difficult. So cheers to Alina for having like that good of friends.
Happy birthday. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy birthday.
Wow, this smells really good. Okay, I have zero experience with Tromba, so I have so many questions, but wow, okay. First impression of the nose. I know I shouldn't be doing this right now, but I'm going to just go ahead and say American oak, but we'll save that for later. Okay. All right, Heidi, what are you drinking? Who are you cheersing to?
I'm drinking the Tromba Blanco, the 40% ABV in this beautiful bottle. And I'm going to cheers to my dad because yesterday would have been his 110th birthday. So cheers to my dad, who is no longer with us, but he's always with me in spirit. So
he was with you in spirits.
Yeah. Well, my
Wait a
mom's
second.
98, so
110 he would have been. Did he make it to 100?
no, he didn't.
Did he make
He's
it to
been
90?
on since 1993
Okay, that's a hard no
or
then.
92. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 33 years. So no, he didn't even get close.
No.
But why don't you tell Katie how old your mom is?
My mom is 98, and her sister, who's her roommate, is 90, and then their baby brother is, I think, 88. They're the last
Wow.
of I think there were 13 of them, and so they're the last three, and they're all in Napa, California.
Okay,
Oh,
so he was
fantastic.
Yeah.
born in 1916. She would have been born in 1928, so they had a 12-year age difference.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
My brother just got engaged for the third time, and he has a 14-year age difference. All his fiancés are always in their 20s.
Mm-hmm.
He's not always.
This Blanco is very fruity. I like it. It's got like a nice fruity, sweet nose.
Yes. Cheers to longevity. Tequila helps you get there.
Weird. It's sweet and it has like a little bit of spiciness.
That's me.
Yeah. That's got Marissa in there.
That's what you said. Yeah, no, I have thoughts on this, which we'll get into in a sec. Katie, what are you drinking? Who are you cheersing to?
Sure. So I am drinking our newest addition to the Blanco family, which is our 44% ABV. It is a tequila Blanco. Originally, it was only released in Mexico, but we just brought it to the US in September of this year. So fresh off the press, so to speak. Really excited about this one. And I am cheersing to female bartenders across the world. As someone who started my spirits career as the only female bartender at an establishment here in California. Yeah, it was super fun. I'm really proud of it, and I had a blast doing it. I still think that unfortunately women are underrepresented in the bar industry, so it's always something that I want to continue to empower, and cheers to those women. There's tons of us out there, and there should be more. So salute to all those women who are out there every night behind the stick. This is for you guys. We're really happy that you continue to make the good beverages for people and show the good hospitality to the world. So, cheers. Love it.
You know, it's interesting that the 44 ended up being initially just for Mexico. And I say that because many people know that in the United States, tequila must be a minimum of 40 and then a maximum of 55%. But when you go to Mexico, you can find a lot of like cool stuff that's 35%. And I think in Mexico, that's like sort of an accepted thing. And so it's interesting that you took the high proof and brought it to Mexico first, when really a lot of high proofs are a big U.S. phenomenon. Do you know what went into that? I mean, you're the vice president of business development. I gotta believe you had your hands on that decision.
I know what happened. It was before my time with the brand that we got bottled the 44%. But if you have been to Guadalajara or if you have not been to Guadalajara, hopefully you've heard of a bar called El Gallo Altanero, which is a 50 best bar.
Like the best bar, like one of the best, top 10 in the world, easily for me.
Hands down. So there's a bartender there. Her name is Ale, and she is incredible. And she is a longtime friend of Tromba. And what we do at Tromba, when you come to our distillery or you visit with us in Guadalajara, is we do kind of what you just said. We showcase that 36% Blanco, the 40% Blanco, 44 and 55. So you get to taste our Blanco with different elements of water, different points of dilution, which is very common in whiskey. I have a very vast background in whiskey, so it's very common that you will start at still strength and then tinker around with how you want your whiskey to taste. No one really thinks about that with Blanco tequilas, and I was really happy to have that experience when I first visited Tromba, and Ale had the same experience. When you taste through them all, you find your favorite, you find your sweet spot, right? And she was like, the 44 is perfect for cocktails. It is exactly what I need to mix with. It gives it a little bit more agave forward flavoring, and you get the essence of this tequila throughout any cocktail that you're making. So she requested that we bottle it at 44%, and that was why it started in Mexico, was from El Gallo. So
El Gallo?
the way it got, yes.
El Gallo is the
Yes.
reason for the 44 in Mexico, and now the U.S. gets the benefit from that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
That is so interesting because whenever I talk to people there, like you were saying, Marissa, a lot of the local people, unless they work in the industry, they're not really into the high proofs. They're more into the lower and cristalinos and like a lot of the big brands that I don't know if they even realize they're not made the same way they were, but that seems to be what they're into. I do want to ask you, because you said you have a background in whiskey. Can we
Yes.
talk more about that? Like, I want to know a little bit about you and what you did before you got to Tromba, and then like dive into the tequila after that.
100. Yes, absolutely. So, as I mentioned, I started off as a hospitality girly, right? Like I worked my way up from hostess to server, and it was funny. Everybody was like, "You'd be a really great bartender," and I was like, there's no way I want to be trapped behind a bar. Like that sounds terrifying. As a server who could like run around the restaurant and, you know, hide in places I wanted to hide, I was like, being behind the bar is like a big
walk-in.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Been
walk-in. So I did eventually, I was mentored by a gentleman named Julian Cox here in Los Angeles, who had an incredible bar program. Training program, and as a server, he was like, I was working at one of the restaurants that he ran the bar at, and he kept pressuring me, Katy, you need to do it. So I did. And it was a 7-week course where it was 5 days a week, 3 hours a day for 7 weeks. So you had to commit.
Hold on.
Wow. 5 days a week. How many hours a day? Oh, did we lose her?
And
sorry, we lost you for a sec there.
Okay,
so 5 days a week for 7 weeks. How many hours a day?
3.
Okay.
So quick math, 15 times 7. I can do math, totally. Like I can do math.
105.
Definitely. That is more hours than I think it takes to become a real estate agent in New Jersey. I think. Because I was going for 10 weeks. 6 hours a day. Yeah, that's 60. That's over double, almost double what it takes to become a licensed real estate agent in the state of New Jersey.
Crazy.
That's wild. And she gone. No, it's okay. We'll keep talking. And I know that like a lot of bars and stuff, they're just like, hey, we'll teach you on the spot. Like show up.
Mm-hmm.
Trial by fire. Start with the Tito's and club, right? And then like work your way up.
Learn how to make a margarita, an old fashioned, and a gin and tonic.
And a gin and tonic. Like I honestly, I don't think I could make that many drinks. Like Heidi, I don't know about you. I can barely make a tequila soda.
No, I love making cocktails. I actually want to go to like maybe bartending school to learn the science behind it. Cause like I love to cook, but I've always known that if I actually went to like a school, a culinary school, and learned the science behind it, everything would just like click, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's like a real luxury to be able to do that and to learn like the theory.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I try to do as a manager is not just tell people what to do, but to say to them, here's why we're doing it, like zooming out. Here's why we're building it this way.
Yeah.
And I have people of different seniority on my team. And one of my more junior people today was like, why are we doing it this way? And I didn't have a good answer. And I said to her, I recognize that that's not a good answer. And I want you to always ask that question. Like, that's a good question. Like, why are we doing it this way? And so I feel like
I'm going to get back to you on that.
Yeah, right. Like but with tequila or like bartending, like it's really cool to be able to do that classroom work.
Yeah.
Before.
I
think
it
what the classroom's really cool. Like
I know.
can't wait till she comes back. So I want to ask her, like,
yeah,
instead of books, do they give you beakers? Like, how does this work?
There's one here in Nashville. It keeps popping up on my algorithm. I think just because it read my mind, I was thinking it. I didn't even Google it. I was thinking it, and it started like popping up, and I'm like, why does this keep popping up? So, you know how they say like that repetitive advertisement. Once you see it so many times, eventually you're gonna like probably go for it.
Yeah, you're gonna want to do it. Hey, Katy, we're just riffing about how cool it is to be able to have that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I apologize. I'm going to switch from my phone over to my computer. So here we are.
Oh, good. While you're doing that, Heidi, do you want to do tasting notes? So we give Katy a few minutes to like get herself situated.
Yeah, on the Blanco.
Yeah, hit us with that Blanco, and then I'll go into the Añejo because I've got that one.
The Blanco is very fruity, but it also is like a little bit lemony. I didn't get the lemon at first, like when I first, but now.
Interesting. And now you're getting lemon on the nose and the palate, or just the nose?
On the nose. On the
Okay.
nose. Then I can smell, you know, the agave, the cooked agave. And then on the palate, like right off the top, sweet, and then it kind of like bursts into this little spiciness. But it's not citrusy, like it's not orange or I don't know. It's kind of like it's spicy, like in a like in a jalapeno way, like in a vegetal way, not in a black pepper way. To me, that's what it's like.
Yeah, and the Añejo building on that, like I kind of wish I had a stem glass because I did cook tonight with
little
vegetables.
mineral too. Is this Highland or Lowland?
What's that?
Is this Highland or Highland?
I'm getting Highland. My guess is Highland.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, because the fruitiness, Heidi.
Yes.
On the nose here, I'm getting like once you said lemon, I started getting the lemon, even though it's overwhelmingly whiskey barrel forward and agave, but like very caramel whiskey oak sort of thing. So if you're like a bourbon drinker, this is gonna be your thing. You're gonna like this. I'm guessing it's bourbon. It might be whiskey barrel aged, but that's just a guess. Katy, are we right?
Oh, she keeps freezing.
Katy's frozen. Katy's like, you guys are so right. I'm just gonna leave you right there.
The California Wi-Fi is not helping us today.
That's all right. You can turn off your camera if you want.
Thanks, Gavin. Thanks, Gavin.
Yeah, feel free to turn off your camera if you think that'll help your bandwidth. It's fine by us.
Sometimes in my house, if I have something else running at the same time, like anything electronic or a microwave or a washer, it messes it up.
Yeah, the microwave takes a lot of energy. But speaking of, okay, so production method. Obviously, the microwave of tequila is the diffuser. But I assume this is not diffuser made, and when Katy gets unfrozen, she will tell us. But
we can always look on the Agave Matchmaker app.
No. Well, yeah, screw it. I do want to talk about the bottle too while we're waiting for Katy because that's one of my favorite games to play.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Bottle's pretty striking. I've never seen Tromba, like at least not recently. If you gave me a guess of what a Tromba bottle looked like, I don't think I would have guessed this shape.
Yeah.
Is this a new shape maybe, Heidi? What do you think?
I don't know, because she just said, that's why I asked, like, was the other bottle the new one? But she said it was just round because it was a liter. I think she said it's always been this.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I am looking at.
Now we got multiple Katys. Hold on, let me kick the other one off.
I'm so sorry. This is crazy. I have like full Wi-Fi, but you know.
It's okay. Things happen. All right, I'm removing old Katy, keeping on new Katy.
Yeah, we're talking about the tequila and the production method. So I went to the Agave Matchmaker app, and I did see that, like, right now it's known 1547, but it was at 2 other distilleries before.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's true. So I'm really sorry about the Wi-Fi, by the way. Like,
don't worry about it. No
things happen. It's the world we live in. We're just
doing live. Right?
Yeah, we're live. We're rolling.
That's it. Now, this is how people know we're not full of it. Like, this is a live thing.
This is legit real. Yeah. But yes, we have 2 other noms. I want to just jump back to tell you guys that after my bartending career, I jumped into working on the sales side, and I worked for a company called Sazerac that is very, very, very well known for whiskey. Okay. Yes. So I started working with Sazerac as in their craft luxury portfolio sales team. So I was working on some really amazing brands, and had tequila in there as well. Siete Leguas was a brand that I sold for a long time. Casa San Matias. Tromba is part of that portfolio.
Oh, cool.
The brand before, to more Wi-Fi problems, but so I'm very familiar with the whiskey industry from working for Sazerac.
Those are really good brands to be in company with. Siete Leguas, like, is obviously one of the best tequilas ever. San Matias we've had on the show multiple times. Well, at least once, and Carmen is unbelievably cool. And that product for a lot of people is a great gateway tequila, especially the Gran Reserva. It's a beautiful black bottle. It's a screw top. It's pretty insanely priced for what it is. So yeah, that's good company to be in.
Well, that makes complete sense. Like
Yeah.
Sazerac, you were working with some incredible brands under the Sazerac
Yes.
umbrella, so that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Tequila realm. And then my most recent job was I was the national brand ambassador for
Buffalo
Wi-Fi's
Trace.
gonna fucking kill me.
Buffalo Trace. Who's
prior
going
to
to be
working.
Buffalo Trace? Because that's Sazerac.
Yeah.
Or
So I was
I
really
think
into
we're
the
gonna ask
whiskey
you to
world.
turn your camera off because we're getting every other
with
word.
Tromba. So
I'd rather have her words. All right, I'm gonna pause her for a sec. All right. Katy, I am muting you.
I'm wondering.
My suggestion is to turn off your camera, but if you don't want to take that suggestion, the good news is I can do it for you and turn off
Cell
your camera,
service.
which I might do. So I think you should turn off your camera.
and see if that works so we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah. If she can hear us, which maybe she can't.
Yeah.
And she's gone. Back
She's
to
gone.
honestly, you know what, Heidi? Back to the Heidi Marissa show. We've been like this for 200 episodes. Like we can handle it.
No,
you wanna
but
talk about
she was
you wanna
saying
talk
like,
about the bottle?
Buffalo Trace, that's really cool that she was a brand ambassador for them.
You know, and also like Sazerac is low key, has like a strong, tiny little strong portfolio. All right, I'm letting her back in. I'm gonna tell her turn your fucking camera off.
They have a really cool building though in New Orleans.
All right, Katy, here's the rule.
Here's the rule.
Turn off your camera.
Got it.
It'll help your bandwidth probably.
It's crazy. I'm really mad. I'm gonna have to call Spectrum, which is the only Wi-Fi I'm allowed to have in this universe in California. Source.
Don't worry about it. Okay, so here's what we were just discussing.
Yeah.
Cool that you worked for Sazerac, Buffalo Trace, Siete Lagos, great brands. What did you know about Tromba? Like, and obviously you learned about Tromba, but like when they were telling you, hey, sell Tromba, like for people who don't know anything about it, what are the things to know?
And who are the
It's a really great question.
Who are the founders?
And I'm so proud of having that experience with them. So Tromba is imported by Sazerac, which is very interesting. And it is, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Move around.
We're having more issues. We're having more issues, Katy. I don't know.
I'm so sad. I want to just hang out with you, lady.
Idea, Katy. I've got a crazy idea.
Okay, what?
You're gonna hate this idea. But
No, I'm not.
what if we ask you questions? And
Just ask me questions.
you answer them in the chat.
Oh my gosh. Wait, is this better? You can hear me now better.
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you can do that as well.
I hear you
what
now.
I really want to do.
This is the problem, Katy.
Okay, perfect.
As soon as it's good, it gets bad again. So that's why I think the best response, honestly, is turn your camera on so people can see your beautiful face. And then we're going to just riff and talk. And then we'll ask you some questions and you can throw it in the chat. So we'll say things like, why does it have 3 noms? And I know that's going to be frustrating. But I don't know. I don't have this problem yet.
It's really remarkable to me as well. So yeah, go for it. I'm down.
Okay, so what like you said it has 3 noms. You want to talk a little bit about that? Maybe instead of that, like how it was founded?
Yeah. So Tequila Tromba was founded by a group of gentlemen who met each other in Guadalajara. There were 2 Australians, a Canadian, and a Mexican dude who all went to university together in Guadalajara. And they fell in love. Right? It does sound like the start of a joke. So they met in university in Guadalajara, and they were very fascinated with 100% agave, beautiful tequila, and were very interested in how they could bring that to their respective countries back home, right? Canada and Australia being those countries. And they met a gentleman who his name is Marco Cedano. He is our founder, master distiller, and co-owner of the brand.
I
And
know that name.
Marco is a legend, okay? He is a legend in the industry. He's been doing this for 50 years. He's actually at the point, he's actually at the point of retirement now, but he started in 1974 making tequila.
How
Whoa,
old?
that's before women could open credit cards without a male co-signer.
How old is Marco?
Marco, I believe, is 74, 75 years old now.
Which Heidi, for you guys, is teenage years for your
I
family.
know.
Yeah, for your family, there's a long line there. But Marco,
Wow.
yeah, so Marco had a lot of experience making 100% agave tequila underneath other companies' names. So he was kind of the wizard behind the curtain for some very reputable brands that have gone on to extreme success.
Are we allowed to hint at any of them or no?
Sure, we can hint at it. There's one brand that how do I best say this? It's probably like your most sought after, tallest bottle of reposado tequila.
Classism.
Nope. Yeah,
No.
there you go. There we go. Don Julio. Yes.
When Don Julio was good.
So yes, Marco's story is really remarkable. He worked for the family that owned Don Julio, and he produced their first 100% agave batch.
Whoa. And did you say tall bottle?
Yeah, so 1942, as we know, is...
Oh, 1942. Yeah, that's an añejo, isn't it?
It's actually a reposado.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No way. Wait a second. Really?
Sí, güey.
Wait a second. All right, I got to look this up. I trust you, but now I got to verify, baby. All right, Don Julio, 1942. Holy God. Really? I went through my whole life thinking it was an añejo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, it says añejo on Total Wine.
Does it?
Yeah, it says añejo.
I wonder if it has reposado blended in it.
Yeah, it says añejo on Uber Eats too. Not that Uber Eats is like the authority here. And then let's see. Total Wine again is saying añejo. I don't know, girl. I don't know.
Okay, let's fact check it.
An aged spirit that is Don Julio. Of course, Don Julio. We have to thank for some of the impact that it's had on the industry. Mm-hmm. Certainly not as egregious as a Casamigos or a Cuervo. But something that people recognize. And so there's a lot of value in that, even if the tequila that they produce, enthusiasts like myself wouldn't. Armando in the comments. Armando's backing me up. Thank you, sir.
Oh, and añejo. They're calling it añejo. Maybe nowadays, but okay, I love you ladies. Look at this.
We're not trying to make you feel bad. We just, I could have sworn it was an añejo because I remember fighting with people going, it's an extra añejo. And I was like, no, there's no extra. It's just the bottle.
There's no extra. Yeah. So, okay. It absolutely, like, honestly, I don't work for that brand. I don't necessarily know. Right. But anyway, so Marco was the gentleman behind introducing this 100% agave to the family, which then, of course, catapulted their brand into major success and notoriety. So Marco
sorry to interrupt. He was with that brand since 1974.
He started there. He worked on and off with the brand throughout a couple decades until the family sold the brand.
When did they sell? Do you know?
I don't know the exact year, but they once the family sold off the brand, right? They go through some changes, as any brand does when they change hands and ownership. And so Marco parted ways with that production and with his craft there, and he wanted to start his own brand. And Tromba is the result of that because of these four gentlemen who cheerleaded him into doing this and bringing in Marco's beautiful tequila making process into his own brand. So
when did that happen? When was
Tromba launched in was conceptualized 2009.
Okay.
2009. Okay. And it's saying that Don Julio was purchased by Diageo. Now maybe there was someone before Diageo, but they're saying Diageo acquired fully in 2015.
There was definitely someone prior.
Yeah, there was someone prior, right? And then the 1942, I think, is the year it was founded, or the year that Don Julio was born or something. I think it was the year Don Julio founded it, and he was born 10 or 15 years
He
before.
was really young. He was like 17 when he first started making tequila.
Yeah.
So by 2002, if he had anything to do with working with Marco, he was already like in his late 70s.
Again, a teenager by Heidi's family.
So the brand was named as, I believe this is what I've heard, is that the brand was named after the patriarch of the family, Don Julio. So it was a tribute brand in a way. It was like kind of an offering to that. So they were excited to showcase it, and hence how it got that name. Yeah.
And then Marco founded his own.
Marco always wanted to showcase his own skill set and his own his craft. I mean, it is a craft to make a 100% agave tequila and to understand the nuances of distillation. And he is an engineer mind. So it's always what if, and you find how to make what you believe can be the most purest form of agave distillate. And that's what we have in Tromba, is his presence of that. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's a cool story, because I think a lot of these guys that we're interviewing and meeting, and girls and all of that, they start at like a bigger brand where they learn, and then they tend to go do their own thing. And I think this is no exception, right? You go learn on someone else's dime, so to speak. And then when they say take a left and you want to take a right, you do that enough times and you're like, all right, you know what? Let me go do my own thing so I can take that right turn, as it were. So,
absolutely.
Okay, so then he is part of the team that founds Tromba. What year are they founding this?
2009 is when Tromba became a brand.
2009, which people will remember was a long time ago, right? A lot. Tequila was not really that popular yet. It wasn't.
You're correct. Yeah. And the markets that Tromba was launched in were Canada and Australia before the US.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Because Canada is a bit of a tequila desert. I had a very hard time finding anything, and this weekend while I was there, I saw a bottle of Tromba, and I took a picture of it. I meant to send it to you because I was like, oh my God, we're having this brand on our show on Tuesday. It's like an oasis to see this brand, because they have so few brands there, or at least brands that I would drink. And so
so our current CEO, his name is Eric Brass. He's based out of Toronto, and he's one of those. He was one of those kids in college that fell in love with 100% agave and brought it back home. So that's why you have the presence of Tromba, especially in Ontario, in the province of Ontario. But as you go through Canada, it is very present. So it was definitely, in my opinion, it was a solution to a not a problem, but a need of 100% really beautiful agave in the country of Canada. And he brought his own brand out there with obviously Marco's brand, but they conceptualized this and brought it up to life. And then Canada is a market for us, and Australia as well. I'm actually really bummed that I can't have my camera on, because I wanted to show you guys in the original still shot that we took, that small 1 gallon bottle of Tromba Blanco.
All right, flash it quickly. Flash it quickly.
Okay. Let's try. Ready?
I'm gonna flash it.
Balls to the wall.
Okay, so this is something that flash. This is something that we have here in the States now. It's literally as big as my face.
Whoa!
And that's
a gallon?
It's a 3.75 liter.
Wow.
Hold on. Can you spin it? Oh my God, it's like a Carlo Rossi, Heidi.
It's a Carlo Rossi wine jug, basically, full of.
It actually is?
Well, that's like I mean, with the little hook on the side, right? We remember college.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. Oh my God. And so what's that? Like, so that's the party pack, so to speak? Like,
So it's interesting. So there are obviously different serving and bottling requirements in different countries. It's as well as the proof, as you talked about earlier, how you can't have a 36% tequila in the United States, but you can have in other countries. The size of the container is also something that varies country to country. So Australia has legalized a 4-liter bottle of booze. Yeah, and so that's where
what's the US's limit?
That's what she said.
Wait, I feel like I've seen 175s in the US. Is that the limit? 175?
It was until January of 2025 when the TTB released a new range of sizes, and in that was a 3.75 liter.
So it's now legal in the United States to have that Carlo Rossi of hard liquor?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And wait,
You know
which
what?
one of you? Wait, Marissa, you're in New Jersey, right?
Yup.
Okay, New Jersey was the first market to adopt this bottle.
Of course we were. And my theory on it is people kind of took a look around and they're like, we've had a lot of once in a lifetime events. We have them like every few months now. What's the difference? Might as well get a Carlo Rossi of tequila. How much does that retail for?
So suggested retail is $74.99.
Wow, for a 3.75?
It's the equivalent of 5. So the bottle
Of 5 bottles?
And how much is a bottle then? Wait, let's guess.
$74.99. Wait, hold on a second. 75 divided by 5. That's basically like $15 a bottle. And also, like, can you imagine showing up to a party, like, or to someone's birthday, and you're like, "Hey, gotcha."
Wait, and is that the high proof or just the 40%?
Just the 40% for now, and we are working on Reposado coming into the market too. So right now it's just Blanco. But yeah.
If I visit you in Nashville, I should bring my barrel.
You should bring your Colorado jug of tequila.
For sure.
Where's that sold?
I'll send you a list of New Jersey retailers for sure.
I need one. I need it.
We are on the shelves at Total Wine in Southern California, Dallas, and Vegas currently. So
do they sell that in Nashville too?
Tennessee is a state where it's allowed. I don't know if we've had it set up yet.
We have a Total Wine here.
Great. Go to your Total Wine and petition for Tromba to be in your Total Wine.
Okay.
Heidi's like, I want a jug. I mean, that is a lot of tequila.
I will buy one of those and I will put it. So I still do hair like 1 day a week, sometimes 2, but my clients like coming in because I'll make them a cocktail, a margarita, or sometimes just soda and tequila. But that would be really great to have like in my room.
Yes.
For when I do the margaritas.
Heidi, if I come in April, can I be one of your clients?
Yes.
And also, can I ask the next question, Katie? It begs the next question is, you've got a jug. Has there been consideration of adding a spigot to it?
Okay, wait. I'm so glad you asked me that. And this is totally unprompted. And this is why I'm also mad at Spectrum California is going to get a very heated email from me about their service because we're going to try to showcase what I have discovered as the solution. Okay.
Imagine walking in and you got the spigot.
Are we ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, so can I flip this camera around or not? Okay, so you're gonna have to watch me do it. Okay, so here we have the bottle, and I have this is from Sip Vault, and it has a stainless steel straw basically that goes to the bottom of the bottle, and then you come up here, and what we do is we just push this, and it dispenses your tequila for you.
Is it like aerating it too?
It can aerate, yes, if you would like to, but there's an option to aerate or not on this particular device.
And this is a device separate from Tromba that you can get on the internet.
Yeah, they sell it on Amazon. It's a lot more expensive than if you go directly to the retailer, but yeah.
I gave up Amazon for less.
It's cool. It's cool. Yep. They call it a smart dispenser.
Smart dispenser. And okay, I'm going to put the link in the
of bottles? Is it one size fits all or?
It is very conducive to any size. There is a washer that it comes with that fits this size bottle perfectly. So it's
Okay,
secure.
I found it on Walmart. It's $20.
Oh wait, what?
Well, let me
Okay.
drop it in the chat here. It's that's a very long URL that I just dropped in there. If this right, here, let me share my screen and I will show you. I think it's right, but what do I know? Let's
look at all this fun information you guys are providing.
Look at this. They're showing it for wine because I think,
as long as it says it has washers that will help fit any bottle, you should be good to go. Some of them are plastic straws. The one I like is a stainless steel straw. Obviously, at home, it's your preference, but
they're like anywhere from 55 to like 86.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
Guys, you want to know what to get your friends? I think we found the answer, and it is.
Yeah, my favorite thing is so we launched this product in November of last year, and I got to do a bunch of demos at Total Wines, and I was like, some guy was looking for a white elephant gift, and I was like, I have the perfect thing for you. What's your budget?
Honestly, so you can get a jug of Tromba.
Yep.
For $75. Then you can go to Walmart and get that for $25. And now you've got for $100 the coolest gift ever. And then you spend a few minutes watching TequiLadies and you know the story of how Tromba was founded, because I believe gift giving is storytelling. And if you are able to tell a story about why you're giving a certain bottle to someone, it makes it a million times better.
Yeah.
I went to the reunion.
This is so cool for doing events or like doing store demos or tastings or events, so that you don't have to, because sometimes those little things you put on there that the bartenders use, like they're not tight.
The pour spouts, yeah.
Yeah, this would be so much easier. I know that's what she said. This would be so much easier. Yeah.
Honestly, I went to a family reunion this summer and I brought G4 with me because I wanted to be like, hey, this is 4 generations of tequila makers. That's why G4, like family, G4, right? And I think 90% of it is telling the story. So, okay, Tromba means, because I did Google this, Tromba means thunder. Is there a thought behind that?
Yes, there is, absolutely. So it means rainstorm, like intense rainstorms. It's like the slang that the Jimadors use when they see the rain clouds coming over. So every late summer in the highlands of Jalisco, there is this rejuvenating, weather pattern that comes through, and it's considered to be a very important life source for the agave plant. Right? They are desert plants, but that doesn't mean that they don't need water at some point. And this is kind of their, this is their flush of water. These trombas come, so they'll scream Tromba, and everybody takes cover when they see the rainstorms coming. Okay. What that does is it's a twofold meaning. The first meaning is that rainstorm, and what that meant to Marco was he was in this point of his life where he felt like there was a storm happening, and he wanted to like relish in it and get his ideas and his thoughts out. So the Tromba is this life-changing, life-building, like weather force or just natural force that comes through. And then also we use our water source at Tromba is a deep well water source, which means
I'm surprised it's not rainwater.
Well, it comes, if you're going to get to that point, it's going to come from those intense rainstorms, filter through the soils into the minerals and into those deep wells. So it is a little bit of a twofold on that, where it gains a lot of the minerality that you taste in the tequila from those rainstorms that saturate the land and then ultimately provide the natural resources that we use. So it's twofold in that, and the agave itself is, of course, we know that is a really important part of tequila production, and it's something that Tromba really values. So anything that gives life to those is our brand, yeah.
Okay, so let's quickly cover because I know we're believe it or not, we're at 45 minutes. Let's talk quickly about
because of my technical difficulties. It's my fault.
Don't worry, it's all good. We're talking about tequila. It's not that serious. Everything's gonna be okay. So,
please go and hear me.
So we like to talk about bottles here, and we just talked about what I will say personally, that is the coolest bottle that I have seen in 4.5 years of doing TequiLadies. Heidi, I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
The big bottle.
3.75. Yeah, the 3.75. That's pretty cool.
It's really freaking cool.
Mm-hmm.
But this bottle is the retail one that people see a lot. And I was telling Heidi while you were fixing your phone or whatever was going on, I was like, I don't know if this is the shape I would have pictured because I've seen Tromba on menus. I don't know if I've seen it off-prem as much, minus this past weekend. And it's a beautiful bottle. It's stunning. The glass at the bottom is thick. It says Tromba, which is very cool. We love that detail. And
like a little landscape in the back with the clouds.
Yeah, so you have that. So that is a Guadalajara artist that depicted the trombas coming over the agave fields. That is screen printed on the back of the bottles.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Stunning. It's gorgeous.
It's very cool. And I think honestly, like it kind of I wasn't expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this. It looks really nice. And and that's not me saying like I was expecting.
It also talks about tromba, kind of what it means on the side here. If you read it, tells a little kind of thing about the tromba and the rain. In tromba, the rain of the gods and the hand of man work together to mix magic. That's pretty cool.
And we also, well, we like to do this thing called the bottleneck test, where if you only saw the neck of the bottle, it's not it sounds like it's like a
I'm like, tell me more.
I know it sounds like a supply chain thing, but that's the fun of it. It's a pun. So if you only saw the neck of the bottle on the back of the bar, would you know what tequila it is? Now, obviously, it says Tromba, but would you see that from a distance? So that's like the question. Would you know?
Okay.
I would say a firm maybe. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
Especially if you're familiar with the bottle.
Fortaleza is a 10. Everyone knows.
Well, yeah, because you know the pina on top. You're gonna see it. You're
like
gonna know
Tesoro,
it. Yeah. El Tesoro has the Tahona on top. You're gonna know. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also some brands like I would say La Slor. This not so much, but this you start to see. You have it written Tromba, so you know it's not a no.
Okay, I like this bottle evaluation. This is new to me. This is really great.
Yeah, we're pretty cool. We like, we're kind of awesome. All kidding aside though, so I'd give it a 7 out of 10 there. I think the thickness of the glass is beautiful. Now that we know that the 375 is $75, Heidi, do you want to take guesses on what we think the Blanco, Repo, and Añejo retail for? There's no XA. Is there an XA?
There is an XA, yeah.
There's an XA.
Wow.
She gone.
Well, I would think what do you think the Blanco is in Nashville? In your area?
I don't know. I'm getting like a 45 in my head. I'm thinking like 45. Just because I feel like, I don't know if you got the email this weekend, Heidi, but brands are lowering their prices again. There's downward pressure. Volcan lowered their prices. And Volcan, in my opinion, is a harbinger of the industry. And here's why. They have those deep LVMH pockets, which means that they have those deep LVMH market surveys, which means they have the deep LVMH strategy people who are saying, let's lower the price. So if Volcan, owned by LVMH, lowered prices, I wouldn't be surprised if there's downward pricing pressure on other brands in the industry in that same category. I would consider Tromba in that category. It's not ultra luxury. It's not like a workhorse tequila. It's like right in that middle, and therefore I'm going with 45. All right, Katie is asking to come back. We'll let her back in.
Okay. I don't know what's happening. We're gonna have a serious conversation with Spectrum.
Don't worry. So we're just guessing what we think the price is.
Okay, but there is an XA.
Oh, there's the XA.
Nice.
This is the XA. Okay, and it's a glass. It's a blown glass bottle, so it's a little bit more fancy pants.
How long is that aged for?
This is 3 years.
3 years. In what kind of barrel?
This is an empty bottle.
Oh, that's
but you can see it's a very it's the same coffin style shape as we call that the bottle, but this is blown glass.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got the shoulders. So I was thinking that the Blanco is like 45. Armando in the comments is saying 30. He's probably right. Heidi, what do you think?
Barrels, I want to know what kind of barrels they're aging in, if she's allowed to say.
Yes, of course I'm allowed to say. We are using X bourbon barrels, but most of our barrels are sourced from Jack Daniels. So we're having Whether or not, again, from the whiskey world, whether or not you consider Jack Daniel's to be a bourbon or not is your personal thoughts. But it is white American used oak.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm guessing on the Blanco, like here in Tennessee, I would think to see this around like $49.99 or $48.99, somewhere around there. Like
Okay,
just
so I'm saying 40 to 45. You're saying 45 to 49-ish, right? More 48, 49.
yeah.
Armando's saying 30. Katie, drum roll.
Whatever the price is in the California area, Tennessee is usually like $15 to $20 more.
Okay, so you're gonna see it. It depends where you see it. Independence, you're gonna see it around $44.99. If you're looking at what we suggested at, we want to be around that $29.99. However, yeah, we would love it to be there. Unfortunately, profit margins are important, so there's usually that. I usually purchase it for between $39 and $42.99.
Okay, so MSRP is Armando was very right.
Yes, he was very correct in that.
Smaller retailers, you might see it at 45. In Nashville, you might see it at 49. So we were all right in a weird twist.
Yeah, pricing is so challenging in the market right now, right? Because it's very dependent on how much you pull through, how much you order, all of these different things that impact like what your rent is for your establishment, what your employees, like what's your minimum wage. There's a lot of things that factor into what the end retail price is, but we are targeting that like 35. I would say 35 is a really nice place to be, but most of the time I pay like 42 for it.
Wow, okay. And then what does that make the repo? Generally we say $10 to $15 more. So does that put the repo in the 50s range? It
puts repo, actually, we're really competitively priced with repo and Blanco. The añejo does get a little bit higher, but I would say your reposado, you'll find around that $47, $48 range. And then your añejos will be in like 55 we love it to be sub 60, but sometimes it does go over. That's like $59.90. Yeah, $59.99 is for añejo. Yeah.
Those are great prices.
So the cool thing about Tromba and what I really love about, like you guys asked me earlier, and I apologize for all the back and forth and all the stuff. This is why these episodes go longer, because of this. But we are a premium tequila at an approachable price point. So you get to experience a tequila within a really beautiful price point.
And we were saying, while you were off camera for a bit, we were saying that there's downward pricing pressure on the industry. We've certainly seen a few brands lower their prices. We've seen new entrants at the value price range, like Zumbador, and a few others. And recently, just this past weekend, we saw Volcan lowered their prices. So there's a lot of reason that being competitively priced might be the winning strategy in this environment. So
totally. And when we look at that larger bottle, right? So if you think about it, that's 5 bottles. If we just talked about the SRP is $30. So even if you're getting 5 bottles of $750 in that big bottle, and you're pretty much getting 3 bottles for free. Yeah. So how can we do that is the question that I get asked a lot. And we are a sustainably focused brand. We really, really, really want to focus on how we know inherently tequila is not very sustainable. It takes from the land. It doesn't necessarily give back. We have a couple of sustainability efforts that we do throughout the year, but with this 3.75 liter, we are taking down our glass usage. We're taking down our cork usage. We're taking down our shipping and freight costs. We're taking down a lot of those things that allow us to pass that value onto the consumer, and you can enjoy this. If you're ready for a big bottle of tequila, you're going to get the same exact quality, but we're able to give it to you in a more accessible, vessel, so to speak.
Yeah, some of the variable costs go down through economies of scale. So that makes sense. Like if you were going to have 2 liters, you would need, or let's do easier math and say 1.5 liters. Nope, 3 liters. You would need 4 bottles. But instead, you have 1 bottle. Now you don't have 4 corks you have to buy. You don't have, 4 different bottles you have to buy. Maybe the cost between the bottles is slightly more expensive than 1 to have the big guy, but it's not more expensive than 4 the smaller guys. So that does make sense me at least. Okay, so I like it. Buy in bulk. It's like the Costco model. Buy in bulk.
It is a little bit of a Costco model, yeah. And the beautiful thing, what I love about Tromba as well, is we are still a hand bottled brand. So there's even some labor saving costs in there. Like not necessarily, we're still producing a lot, but there's a lot of different things and different avenues that we can take in order to get that value down to, you know, the people who are purchasing and people who are enjoying the tequila.
Next
And
question.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. So, so you've got like all these different products, and I imagine you've got mostly 750s, but you've also got that 375. So, do you only sell that for Blanco, or does that go for the other SKUs as well?
Currently, we're only Blanco, but we are getting Reposado ready to come out in that 3.75 liter format.
That's
So,
cool.
so then you've got the 375 on Blanco, soon to be Repo. You've got the 750s on your other four products, which are Blanco, Repo, Añejo, Extra Añejo. So now we're up to 6 SKUs. Do you also have you have the high proof in the market, so that's 7 SKUs. If we were to have a general breakdown on what the highest number of sales are, would you say on a percentage basis it's heavily on the Blanco side?
Yes.
Okay.
Blanco 1 liters are our biggest driver in the United States specifically, but pretty much across the world. We are in what we call in the industry an on-premise focused brand, which
That's
means
where I've seen it.
which means bars and restaurants. The beautiful thing about Tromba is that it resonates with the bartender. It resonates with the craft. Like we were talking about my training in the industry and being introduced to beautifully produced products that are affordable. Like, so you get the quality with the value, and the 1 liter is our biggest driver. So you'll see us in certain premium wells or in cocktail programs where we're using that 1 liter, and that's the driver of most of our current business. The bartenders
And the
really
smart
do love
dispenser
it.
fits on the big one, right? Someone's asking in the comments.
Oh yeah, it does. It fits on the big one.
Sick.
It comes with a washer.
If it comes with the washer, yeah. If it doesn't come with a washer, it will still fit and will still work, but you have to be delicate with it. Because I have tried many, many different brands of this tool, and they all work, but some of them are a little wobbly, you know, unless you have that fit washer.
Oh my God, I wish I had that this weekend.
Yeah.
For like this, 17 people in an Airbnb.
Yeah, in Canada that would have been perfect, but we're not sold there yet with that size.
I'm out here just pumping tequila like it's hand soap.
Order it from Walmart.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, well, we're just about tapping on an hour's door.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Katy, we always like to ask people. Obviously, today's episode was a little odd, right? We had some.
I feel so embarrassed, by the way, y'all. I'm like really sorry that my Wi-Fi, like it's not me. I promise.
You know, this is all it's happened to me too, and it's happened to some other guests. So don't worry.
We staged this because we wanted people to realize that we're actually live.
We are. This is real.
So thank you for being a part of our big scheme. But all kidding aside, with a few minutes remaining, is there anything that we didn't ask you or that we didn't get a chance to cover that you want people to know?
There is something that I do want you guys to know. So I mentioned the sustainability aspects of doing large format, but what I think is really awesome, and I have known this brand for a long time, as I mentioned, it was part of my selling portfolio when I was with Sazerac as an import into us. There is a program that we do called the Agave Rewilding Project, or the ARP. And what this is that we take profits, a portion of our profit, and we reinvest that into the ecosystem in Jalisco. So we're looking to basically what has happened over the course of the past 10 to 15 years with the boom of agave. As we know, tequila can only be made from one varietal of agave plant, the Blue Weber plant. When people get really excited and see, the runway for tequila brands, farmers have started to deforest the rest of the land to make room for Blue Weber, which impacts the ecosystem that we're looking at, right? So I don't know if you guys have heard about the BAT project that has happened a couple of years ago. Yeah, the BAT Friendly Project. those kind of things are real. And so with the agave rewilding project, what Tromba does is we do reinvest a portion of our profits into reforesting not only indigenous and rare agave that have been pushed out, but there's trees that have been cut down. There are
And other
different things that,
species. Yeah.
yeah, there's really important parts of the ecosystem that have been impacted by the tequila industry. And so we think it's part of our purpose as a brand to give back to the land as much as we can. So every year we do an agave rewilding trip where we invite people from all over the world. Again, we're Australia, Canada,
Oh,
US,
yeah,
UK.
me too.
New
Yeah,
Jersey.
okay, you guys want to come? Okay, heard. And we take people down.
Listen, she says heard. See, we know she's in
Heard. Yeah, heard. we take people to Mexico, educate them on the ecosystems, and then you actually get to replant some of these things and these plants, and you get to see them grow and build back the ecosystem. So sustainability is something that's very important to us. We also take all of our spent agave fibers, or the bagazo as they call it, and we make agave straws. We also even go farther than that, where we make single-use cutlery, so to speak. So instead of using plastic forks and knives, we have a facility that helps us repurpose that into, like, we can make forks out of agave.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's just so much plastic everywhere. It's so nuts. Like,
Mhm.
even for dinner tonight, I was like cooking broccoli and I went to open the thing. It's fresh broccoli, but it's in a plastic bag. And then I was like, okay, let me make quinoa. It's in a plastic bag. And like everything is just in plastic. So it's pretty cool to see brands look at that. And last week we had Valor on, and they, of course, are the founders of the Gente Buena Foundation, which focuses on the people, right? Which are, of course, a resource as well. And one of the things that they were saying is they give 10% of their operating costs. 10%. It's
Wow.
insane. And we were trying to explain the difference between operating costs and net income. So you're giving a percent of your proceeds. What percent are you giving?
I don't have the exact details to share at this moment, unfortunately, but we're working on getting that information to share forward. We're working with a really cool organization in Mexico called Sacred, which
Oh my God.
have you heard of Sacred?
Wait, I was just about to tell you, when you were talking about the variety of species, I was about to tell you, you got to talk to my guy, Lou Bank.
Oh,
Because, and he is Sacred Agave. Lou and I are buds. I'm recording his podcast next weekend, actually.
amazing. So we have found them as someone that we really want to partner with and really define and put out our impact. And Sacred's going to help us a lot with that and sourcing these resources and working with these different, biologists who understand the land and know how to guide us. Like, we're really excited about it. So I would stay tuned for a little bit more detailed information as we flesh out our partnership and understand the best way that we can contribute and then share that information forward. But yeah, Sacred's our new partner. We're really excited.
Amazing. And Lou is a really interesting fellow. Now he's been brought up on 2 episodes in a row. I'm going to make his head bigger.
I think he needs his own episode.
He's big. He's how we met. So we went on 818 because of him.
Yeah.
It's Saving Agave for Culture, Recreation, Education, and Development. Sacred Agave.
Mhm.
Yes.
501, 1% for the planet. That's founded by, and 818, of course, is a big supporter of this as well. So there's Lou Bank. Oh, I can't wait to text him and be like, Lou, my man, 2 episodes in a row. You mentioned on TequiLadies.
That's amazing. That makes my heart so happy.
You want to know what shirt I wore to the gym yesterday? It said Agave Road Trip. And actually, so I did laundry, but I wore that shirt in Canada this weekend too. So yeah, I'm a big Sacred supporter.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Well, then we'll definitely have to stay in touch for our upcoming trips and moments to get content for you guys as well, because like I feel like I dropped the ball on giving you guys face-to-face time. So
I think you need us.
It's all good.
You need us on that trip. Someone's asking, what's the pH value? Oh, do you mean of the tequila?
Oh my goodness, who is asking that? Is that Joaquin?
Let's see. I'll show you. It's J.A. Aguilar. pH of the water.
Yes, it is. Okay, I hear. So it's so interesting that the pH value of our agave is something that no one probably would ever think that you would ask about, right?
4.5 years doing this show. This is the first we're hearing that. So yes.
Oh, I love that. So there is a really amazing bar program here in Los Angeles, and it is held up by Sean Linkletter, who is a really cool friend of mine for a long time, and he's talking about how he wants to balance his cocktails with pH of the water. So it was really important to know where Tromba came in at, and so our pH is 7.2.
7.2.
Yep.
What is that out of? Like, I'm gonna sound so dumb.
I think I don't know if pH is out of a 10. It measures your minerality.
This guy's really happy that you answered the question. All right.
Yeah, I
pH scale. I remember being a kid and my mom would make me test the pH of the pool.
Well, 7.2 would make it more alkaline, right? So the lower the pH, the more acidic.
Found it. All right. God, I love the screen share functionality. Let me tell you something. Riverside is paying for itself. All right, let me share my screen again. Sorry, I'm clearly like such a corporate girly. I'm out here like.
Well, it was so fun. So right now our head of production is actually a woman named Lilia Quintero, and she is amazing. And so when I was in Mexico in November, I said, I have a very nerdy question for you.
Mhm.
She said, what is it? I said, what is the pH level of our water that we use in, to proof down our tequila, and also to, all of the water throughout the entire process. And she knew the answer. I was like, wow.
Wow, I would have thought that milk would have been more basic than.
I love this graph you have. Wow.
We learned about this in cosmetology school.
Really?
Because we tested the pH in shampoos and conditioners, and 7 was like the sweet spot, for shampoos, but then conditioners, you wanted them to be a little more lower on the acidic side for your hair.
You want a conditioner to be ideally like what, Heidi? Like more like
a 5, between a 5 and a 6, maybe a 5. Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Okay. Bleach is a 13. Oh man, I'm learning today. It's getting very sciencey. Women in male fields.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it.
Look at this, guys.
Yeah, attention to detail.
Well, we are quite the tequila nerds, I'll tell you that much. No one would accuse us of being chill. Also, J.A. Aguilar said, tell the hubby that I said hi, Heidi.
Okay. Now I know who it is.
Whoever it is impressed the hell out of me because that was a great question.
Love it.
I love that question.
I gotta tell you, be a first on the show that's been around for 212 episodes takes a lot of skills. So you should be very proud of yourself, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. It's been a wonderful continuation of our women's history, women only episodes. So thank you, Katy.
Thank you for having me. Honestly, I really appreciate you guys including Tromba, learning about Tromba, and using, just like bringing us to your audience is insanely. I'm insanely grateful for that. So thank you so much. People can find me on Instagram. My label is Katy, Katy, in Jalisco. It's a riff on Emily. It's a riff on Emily in Paris. Me wishing that I will just someday live in Jalisco and, be submersed in the culture.
Maybe in Jalisco. That's funny. Someone said blue cheese Marissa. Do I even want to know what that means?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Wow, you guys have some secret admirers out there.
I don't know. I'll tell you, my DM, sometimes I don't want to know. But okay, so Katy in Jalisco.
Yep.
Katy, if ever you are in the New York City area, please let me know.
Or Tennessee.
I will be in Nashville in late April, so I will reach out to you, Heidi, for sure. See if you're around.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I would love to take you out for just a fun night out on the town and in person.
There's some great places. There's some great places here.
Katy,
awesome.
I hear the way to Heidi's heart. is through a jug.
It's through what?
Okay, heard. Okay.
Heidi, I'm trying to get you that jug, girl.
Yeah, the jug. Just
Don't
bring the
ask,
jug.
don't get. I do think for like my parents at the holidays when they entertain, because my parents are each one of 5, having like a spout, like having one of those smart dispensers on a freaking jug of Tromba is gonna be my thing. Like this is gonna be my thing. Some people bring apple pie, some people bring an
Yeah.
appetizer. I'm gonna bring a freaking jug of tequila.
I love it. I'm gonna already order some and have them shipped to Napa for when I get there.
Oh my God, Heidi, I love it. Well, this has been a wonderful episode despite the technical challenges, because guess what? We rise above it.
That's right.
Next week, we are taking a little break from agave, and believe it or not, we've got a Mexican rum on. This is
Yeah.
Cool.
probably the first brand in recent memory that I can think of that wasn't agave based.
Pelacañas. It's real. Pelacañas. It's really good.
Oh my God, and they're so
Cool.
nice. They're so nice. Heidi, did they send you product?
They're supposed to. Oh
Is
no,
that-
they didn't send me Did they send you product?
I got to check my Tequila Mountain over
No,
there.
I have to send you a little mini.
Yeah,
'Cause
I've got a Tequila Mountain, and I just have to like sort through it to find the bottles.
Yeah, I told Gabby that I would send you some from my bottles. It gets to you
Okay,
really
cool. Yeah, little guy. I want to try it. And then after that, we've got El Tequileño on. We've got Gina, wife of Tony Sayas and resident badass.
Yes.
And then we round out the month because it's a 5 Tuesday month. Oh my God! After like a 3 Tuesday or whatever February
know.
was. We've got a 5 Tuesday month, and on it, our last one is Tequila 1953. And 1953 is significant because I don't know, but I'm
I
gonna
forget
know.
why. But
We're
we'll
gonna find
find
out. We're gonna know. We don't know now, but we will know. And
Yeah.
that rounds up the month.
That's a really fun, like newish brand to market. That's very female
Yeah.
driven.
Yeah.
Across the board. I've met those women at BCB in New York. I know people who work with them in Mexico. Super cool.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be tuning in and sending the Wi-Fi gods their way.
I think there's going to be more than one of them joining us too. So
Oh,
Amazing.
so cool.
We have
That's
space for 10.
awesome. That's awesome. Good choices made by you both. Thank you so much for including me in this girl gang. We love it.
Yeah, we've yet to say no when a brand says they want to be on the show, because we will talk to anyone. Now, granted, our wait list is about 6 months.
Yep.
Long. No, truly, like we're booking
I love
for like
that for
August, so we say
y'all.
5 months.
Get it.
So yeah, we love it when people say, "Hey, I want to be on your show," and we're like, "Cool, like, see you in 5 months." But
yeah, next year.
yeah, but it is really fun.
Marisa, the
gratifying.
blue cheese was about the number 9 Joven 2018 batch. Was it Spanish?
I would imagine, because they do the numbers.
I
Well,
remember we had them on
I
the
have
show.
Cascanes on the shelf above.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's going for.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that back bar.
Wait,
Beautiful.
let me tell you.
Wow.
It's going.
Wow. You need a jug on there though.
I don't know if it could handle a jug, but I would love to find out.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much, Katie. I'm so bummed that you weren't able to use your camera, because while we were talking in the pre-show, you're cool, and I want to hang out with you. So please call me if you're in this area.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And yeah, Heidi, any last comments before we call it?
No, thank you so much, Katie, for joining us. And I look forward to getting together when you visit Nashville.
Let's go.
Do it.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. Heidi, what do we tell them? What do we say?
We'll see you next and every Tuesday. Go get some
See you
Tromba.
next and every Tuesday.
Add some
Hasta
trauma to your
luego.
back bar. Thank you so much, ladies.